Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X. Time recording is 12:30 a.m. Tuesday, June 24th, 2025. And when we had last left off, we managed to meet up with an old friend, an old ally, an old headache from time to time on our mission to aid the Krogan scouts solve their potential Rachni problem, and it was a problem, children. That old buddy happened to be Grunt. It's been about 6 months, but he's learned quite a bit in that short time. They even gave him his own team, Aralak Company, named after the fierce Tuchanka son. In his own words, the best from multiple clans. Managed to solve the Rachni problem, but unfortunately he ended up losing his scouts. We had to make a choice. Him and his team, or the Rachni Queen, who had apparently been captured. Hadn't betrayed us, but had been captured by the Reapers and had been forced to produce Rachni that were then altered by Reaper tech, making them that much more devastating. Luckily though, she still had her faculties. So we freed her. Sent her back out into the galaxy. Here's hoping we can solve those problems as they hopefully don't come up, more than likely will. Their species being hive-minded, I guess, lends credence to them being able to defend themselves to an extent, but we'll have to see. Beyond that, they seem to have made themselves useful for the Crucible. Being very technologically minded and hive-minded, therefore able to communicate a lot of information over vast distances. They seem to be perfect for this particular job. And now we've got another mission to solve on Tuchanka. Apparently, a Tarquin Victus, son of Adrian Victus, the Primarch, is in the midst of some sort of problem on Tuchanka. Needless to say, it is uncomfortable for him to speak about directly. He at least made it a point to let us know his son was the one involved, so at least if nothing else, the situation is tense. And he at least acknowledges that, seeing as how he sent his son. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me as we try and figure out what he's doing down there, just give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my Discord and YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch, and wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Didn't want to interrupt whatever they were about to say, hence me moving kind of slowly.
Evac, another colony? Losing a lot. Don't hear about the Reapers losing much.
Well, Reapers don't have colonies. Neither does Cerberus. If they did, we could drop an asteroid on them.
Maybe. If it follows, if those quote-unquote Cerberus colonies follow the rules of what we found at Sanctum, the potential for there to be a lot of victims still down there is extremely high. But hey, we'll have to figure that one out.
Commander, Cerberus is attacking civilians on Benning. We've been asked to help evacuate the planet.
Well, there that is.
That galaxy map. Do you know how many strategy games are built from that interface?
You play strategy games?
A few. Most are too flashy though. I prefer chess. I have a set made from rose quartz and hematite back home. I like the feel of something solid in my hands.
Well, now that I know your weakness, we may have to try a game.
It'd be more fun than playing Edie. Edie doesn't sweat.
You sweat playing chess?
Depends on how much fun we're having.
Well, there you go. Somebody who likes their game. From one gamer to another, I can respect it.
You know, my lab studied the Ragni. Long-distance communication with no time lag, the ability to control workers, and at close range, the Queen can even speak through dead or dying members of other species.
On our side.
Yeah, we've seen it.
We can develop instant long-range communication without quantum entanglement. Maybe when this war is over.
I feel like that might be a thread for Mass Effect 4, but I'm not sure. It's just the way it was thrown out. You probably come across it before, I don't know, but you'd be surprised how many little things are just thrown out in passing to sort of be ignored, and then lo and behold, they're at the forefront of the next game, or at least one of them, in an extremely important role. But that method of communication will be extremely interesting, especially since they seem to have biological quantum entanglement communicators, that instantaneous communication you spoke of.
Commander?
I need to make a few trips around the ship. Probably check out what Edie and Joker are talking about, but first, I need to see Liara.
Have we found any new engineers for the Crucible glyph?
5 ex-Sonax Industries scientists who attempted to reverse engineer Prothean technology stolen from planet Garvuk. They're technically still wanted by the Council for hiding Prothean technology. As well, Sonax's part in instigating an illegal war on Garvuk.
I'm sure the Council will forgive that for helping with the Crucible. Extend those scientists amnesty and an invitation.
Right away.
Good idea, but you have the ability to extend council amnesty, do you? Interesting. Don't know if I'd give you that power, regardless of who you are and what you do. Audio log. Grunt addresses new Aralite company recruits. Recruit. Still don't understand why they put a tank-grown freak in charge of a whole company. And I don't understand why they gave me wine and projects for soldiers. I have more years on the battlefield than you have kills, Runt. Trying to mate with Solarian females doesn't count as fighting. No one talks to... Someone help him up. We move in an hour. On the one hand, those older Krogan are right. On the other hand, Grunt was put in that position for a reason. That being said, tokenism is a thing. As he said, he's had to earn his position. He's had to earn his respect. He needed the blood and pain. He made mistakes, but he learned. Email from Dr. Locke to Admiral Hackett. Security almost opened fire on the Ragnar when their ships pulled up to the Crucible, Admiral. I had to invoke your name more than once before they were let on board. They're following instructions, but my God, do I have to tell you how nervous everyone on the project is to see Ragnar strutting down the halls? They almost gave Professor Lau a fit. I'll let you know how our next meeting, staff meeting goes. Dr. Locke, that's gonna be interesting. So, who approved the Ragnar? Wasn't me. It was you, wasn't it? Why? Because you're always approving things like this, Phil. It's always you. Well, I was out sick that day, so you can't blame me.
Busy?
I have time if you'd like to talk. In fact, I could use the distraction.
What's on your mind?
Oh, no
How
doubt.
long it took the Reapers to eradicate the Protheans, and how long they'll need for us. It took them centuries to conquer the Protheans. We're not quite so widespread, but it would still take at least 100 years. It's selfish, but I keep thinking that if we fail... I'm only 109, Shepard. I could live to see the entire cycle come to an end.
Only 109, huh?
I know. It must seem strange to complain about a 1,000-year lifespan. I used to think it was sad that most aliens live such short lives. Maybe it's not such a privilege to outlive so many. To
Mixed
witness
bag.
so much death.
Mixed bag. Me personally, I wouldn't mind seeing what, say, like the 2150s, 2160s look like. But no further. I have no desire to live forever. I never have, and I don't expect that to change. Afterlife, that's a whole other conversation, but I have no desire to live forever. See what the next century look like, at least halfway through. See what stupid crap the kids are getting up to. See what smart crap the kids are getting up to. And hopefully go out on a high note. Beyond that, nah. Nothing wrong with a quote-unquote short lifespan. But then you take the Solarians and the Vorcha. Solarians live around 40 years plus, give or take. It's rare to see one beyond 40. But Vorcha only live around 20 years. So literally, you graduate high school and they're dead. I'll take our lifespan, at least. 80 to about 120, give or take. If I had to add any time, I'd say 10, 15, 20 years to our species. But not much more. Not. You live too long, you see too much. It will make you excessively jaded. And it will make you excessively pompous. Yeah, yep. I've seen 8 regimes over the course of my 400 years fall like that. Looks like y'all are going to be the next one. What do you mean? Just wait. So nothing is new under the galactic black hole, huh? Nope.
Don't drive yourself crazy about this, Liara. We're still in the fight.
Only because you're still driving it forward. We finally have other leaders on our side, but none will take us as far as you can. Sometimes I wonder how you do it.
Yeah. You know, you standing there like that at me. I have time if you want to have a seat or 3.
I think of the people I care about. That helps keep me going.
I'm glad I'm among them. I hope.
Of course you are.
I feel better already.
I don't know why you wouldn't
Bye,
be.
Shepard. Why don't we talk later?
Catch you later, Thickum.
Please, enjoy your day.
Where in the hell is he at? Oh, he's in the lounge. Actually, I wonder.
Wasn't the first time I faced Ragnar.
Yep.
Really? You've seen them before?
A few years back, on Novaria, Saren and his minions were trying to extract information from the Ragnar Queen.
You saw the Queen?
Hell, we spoke to her.
You spoke? I can't imagine that. The things you've done, sir, they're amazing.
Well, it didn't seem that way at the time. Mostly, you're just clawing your way out of one mess and into another, hoping your ass comes along for the ride.
There it is. Simple.
Just one word, Shepard. Grunt.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot more dead Reapers now. Siding with the giant spiders again, huh, Shepard? Let's hope this finally pays off.
It kind of paid off now. The only reason we've been having problems is because the Reapers had found them before we did. If you remember in the last game, we came across an Asari mercenary who was rescued by the Ragnar Queen. She seemed to, quote-unquote, setting aside that woman's seeming possession, she seemed to have been doing right by the people. Or at least right by the statement she said she would follow. The rules she said she would follow. She said she'd stop, build up people back up, stop being the problem.
Most people have never even seen a Ragnar. The Normandy, we're a regular safari tour. If I never see another spider again, I'll die a contented Turian. Unless they have spiders in the afterlife. Damn.
Gotta hate when that mind keep running, huh?
Another time, maybe.
Yep. Now, was that all? Or do I need to do other things to get that started?
stop beating yourself up. It was crazy of me to ask you to join the Normandy back then. And we lost so many people. You might have been one of them. I couldn't have lived with myself.
But I let you down. I let Shepard down. I let everyone listed on that memorial wall down. You had the courage to support Shepard. Joker did. Garrison Talley did.
But Caden didn't. Liara didn't. Were they cowards? I think not. Greg, you're one of the bravest and most loyal men I know. You were meant to be here, right now. We have a war to win. So clear your head and focus.
Okay, you win. It will not be mentioned again.
I mean, I never felt like you betrayed me. We've already gone over this. You did exactly what you were supposed to do, Chief.
Hello, Commander.
Gets under his skin, obviously, but
Commander.
it shouldn't. He didn't make mistakes. It does irritate me. This wall is supposed to only be 20 deep. Losing the rest of my people at the collective's base is... Well, I said it before. I'll say it again. I'm never not going to be salty about it. That's just the way that is. Oh, I've been slipping in my old age. Excuse me.
No, that would... perhaps stimulate cell regeneration with a... Could... but... should test with...
That's worse.
Alright. Check out some of the stuff down here. See if there's anything I need to upgrade.
Sometimes keeping the grid balanced is pure murder. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it is, my friend. Huh. Okay.
Commander, I did not expect to face the Rachni in this cycle, but I am not surprised.
Understandable.
You said you used them as weapons?
Biological proxies. It was before I was born, but every Prothean had heard the stories. When we knew of them, the Rachni spent their lives singing thoughts to each other. But our scientists were more interested in their biology. The Rachni were well suited to harsh conditions. So we bred them for violence, selecting the most cunning and warlike of the queens. Then we unleashed them upon our enemies. For a time, it worked, until they became too cunning and warlike and turned on us. We put them down before they could develop any further. We thought they had been exterminated. Yet it seems our experiment evolved into this cycle's nemesis.
So now we know why the Rachni have always been somewhat aggressive. But it is interesting. If you remember in the first game, and in this one, the Rachni Queen spoke of a sour yellow note that drowned out all other songs. That note was the Reapers. The Reapers are what sparked them the first time, way back during the Rachni Wars, which is why the Rachni War took place and why the Krogan had to be used.
There was no such thing as trusting the Rachni in our cycle. They were animals. But if they will fight the Reapers now, so be it.
There it is.
I am glad I met the grunt Krogan. Living in his quarters, I have come to know him better. He will fight the Reapers with great ferocity.
Yes, he will.
I would prefer to be alone.
It's one of the reasons why Grunt was always my favorite in that group. Allers, anything new? Any problems?
So, the Rachni, that must get your mouth watering.
Can't do a story. That's as classified as it gets.
I suppose it would cause a panic, but wouldn't the news drive up recruiting?
It might also piss off a Krogan with diplomatic immunity. No thanks.
She's not wrong. That's the thing about the news. You got to think 8 steps ahead. You've got to. Most news agencies don't. They're just a bunch of vampires looking for information. I will give her that. She's trying to be very careful.
Being so stealthy and all, you sure do get shot at a lot. Well, the UT-47A stealth systems only internalize heat and high-band emissions. So while few sensors can pick us up, our cover is blown as soon as someone looks up.
Time for an upgrade.
Most scanners and tracking systems don't operate in mid-range frequencies. Sure, maybe we've been shot at, but we haven't been shot down.
Yet. Lucky for us, you're almost as good a pilot as you think you are.
Well, yeah. There's that, too. Wish you could have seen that gun on Tachanka firsthand. I cut the auditory emulators and watched that Cerberus cruiser gracefully and silently disintegrate. Beautiful.
Sometimes I worry about you,
I appreciate you checking in on me. Sir.
No problem. And we all find fun in our own things. Some can be a little macabre. Some not so much.
Parts of Tachanka reminded me of the desert back home. The lizards and worms are bigger, but, you know, the sand and everything. Rachni? Of all the things that... It's like you got the opposite of a horseshoe up your ass.
I do. Come on now. The day I get the job, Mass Effect 1, is the day one of the top Spectres was killed. Is the day a Reaper showed up that nobody knew was a Reaper. Is the day the top Spectre turned out to be a traitor who was eventually indoctrinated. Is the day I became, quote unquote, a Spectre. Is the day I was influenced by Prothean knowledge to the point that my mind don't work the way it used to. Is the day an entire human colony was attacked and effectively kind of captured to an extent. Is the day. All culminating into today, where Reapers are roaming the entire galaxy. Of course, I've got the opposite of a horseshoe up my ass.
Grunt is crazier than you, and that's saying something. You're better looking, at least.
Right.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
There's always a hum. There's always a hum, brother. Alright. Now, if you want to, you can check these stores from time to time to see if they've got new things. If for nothing else, then to see if you're in the mood to go back to the Citadel. But we're going to need to go there eventually anyway, so it is what it is. Got some upgrading to do, though. Matic is maxed out. Scorpion is maxed out. The Eviscerator. Alright, picked that up from Grissom Academy. Cerberus Harrier. Blood Pack Punisher. See all this money I'm going through? Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Pain. With necessity. Upgrade this low-grade pistol I'm still carrying around. I was still carrying around. I'd already switched her out. Alright. One last drop for the Viper Sniper. Oh, I'm like, what the hell is in my way? Why can't I move? Screen is vibrating and whatnot. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, Joker.
Commander.
Trainer. It always irks me that we lost Navigator Presley at the beginning of Mass Effect 2.
Don't worry, Edie. Once the Krogan are gone, we'll get rid of the smell.
While this body has olfactory sensors, I do not have positive or negative associations with any specific scent.
Oh. Well, lucky you.
Very lucky you.
How's Grunt? Our little tank baby's all grown up, huh?
And still crazy.
Killing again in no time.
Well, learn from the best, Commander. Every time he incinerates someone with a shotgun and does that little laugh, he'll think of you. Edie says it was Rachni down there?
Yeah.
I thought they were on our side after you saved the Queen on Novaria.
It wasn't her fault. She got captured. She's with us now.
Until the next time the Reapers sing a sour yellow note of whatever.
Yep.
Commander?
It does make me wonder if they have some defense against that.
Shepard, I had a question about human behavior.
Why is it you never have questions about Asari behavior or Turian behavior?
I tried asking Liara questions about the Asari bonding process. She said I do not guard the secrets of the Normandy's crew carefully enough for her to entrust me with such private information. The Asari word she used translates as blabbermouth. I think she has become a more private person since becoming the shadow broker.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah. Trying to get information from her is like trying to get blood from a stone. And in terms of that Asari mating process, once again ties back to Mass Effect 2 with the 3 individuals, human, Solarian, and Turian, at that bar that Matriarch Athena was running on Ilium. Look at this Asari. She has human features. What do you mean she looks like a Solarian? Or what do you mean she looks like a Turian? There are theories that the Asari are manipulating the minds around them. It's hard to say whether it's actually true or not, but oh boy.
Hello, Shepard.
It does give a great many questions. There was an image I saw of an Asari. I think it was meant to be Liara. And it was talking about this exact theory. And the image, she's just standing there. She's kind of dressed, but not entirely. But she has tentacles going in all directions from behind her. And that's one of the main theories, is that they're extremely tentacled, but they're using their biotics to shield certain realities to make it much easier to fool other races. Whether that's actually the case, I cannot truly say. Binning. Right, I remember now. So we'll do this, and then go for the Tuchanka mission. Once that's done, Arcturus. Yep, Arcturus Station. Once that's done, we'll go for the Turian mission. Lying at the L5 Lagrangian point of Themis are the fused metal fragments of, Arcturus Station, destroyed by Reaper capital ships. The station once housed the Systems Alliance Parliament and the nerve center of their military armada. Now it is a cold grave for 45,000 people. You have to wonder if any even managed to evac. We did manage to get something from it, though. There it is.
Evasion successful.
You can fly over the item that you can pick up. You just have to scan it if you do. Binning. The nearest garden world to Arcturus. Primary source of its food supply and important staging area for starship maintenance and repair. Occupying the planet will be key in any attempt to retake the system's relay. Wow, okay. So quite literally, this planet has everything you need for that exact fight. It's interesting. People still live here. And Cerberus is attacking. But the Reapers have already destroyed Arcturus. You'd think they would be here now. Hmm. 97% from 85%, I'll take it. It ain't much, but I'll take it. Neuroshock can incapacitate weaker organic enemies for a short duration. Yeah, so now Overload does Neuroshock.
Cerberus strike squads have infiltrated one of the major cities on Benning. Initial reports indicated they were recruiting civilians, but further investigations suggested that people are being taken against their will.
For what purpose?
Unknown. We sent a recon team to investigate, and the Cerberus squads reacted by targeting civilians and public facilities. Officially, Cerberus is denying responsibility and condemning the action. They're either lying, or we're dealing with the rogue faction.
And innocents are caught in their crosshairs.
Exactly. Secure the area so we can establish a rescue lifeline to the rest of the city.
Approaching the drop point, Commander.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
The people down there are counting on you, Commander. Hack it out.
Interesting. Now, I'll mention it. Some of these side missions are... Some of these side missions are just standard side missions. But anything we do that involves Cerberus, actual like Cerberus ops and Admiral Hackett is getting in contact with us, every one of these maps is the multiplayer map. Every single one.
Yes.
It's a multiplayer map, excuse me. Well, damn. It doesn't say Cerberus is going hard in the paint.
You got it. At once.
Come log. Svetlana Alexandrov. They have us surrounded. Private security from the depot tried to help, but they got slaughtered. Someone has to know. Someone has... Well... Hey, she either got took or she got took out. What the hell was that? Thanks, Edie. I'm sure he'll fall for that illusion.
Upper streets are clear. Hold on, Commander.
What is it, Lieutenant?
I'm tracking civilians fleeing the city with Cerberus troops right behind.
Where are they?
Updating your nav point. You can intercept them there.
We'll do more than that.
Yes, sir. Alright, ammo. Badly. Sounds like it's going down out there. Yeah, you can't save everyone. You can only save some. I mean, it's bad positioning. It really is. Jesus. In terms of that, that's the best you'll get. There you are. Something I'm trying to find and I don't know where it's at. Around here, it's frustrating. Oh wait, hold up. Eh? Oh, never mind. Still don't know where it's at.
There's so many of them.
This won't start until I interact with them.
We die together.
Well, that's cute. Run. To anyone reading this, don't trust Cerberus. They take the people against their will. Just run. Whatever you do, don't look back. Run. Yeah, that sounds like pretty sound advice. Weird. Where is this? I'm about ready to just move on and continue the mission. Because I know another way I can get it. It's just, I don't want to get it that way. It'll cost me resources. And I don't want to spend a dime for it. It ain't that serious. It's findable. Irksome. Well, I'll just have to buy it. Or get lucky and find it on our way. Be careful. Nemo, if you can read this, stay away from the taxi stand. That place is crawling with Cerberus soldiers. Ellie. Or L-I. L-A. Ellie. We'll just say Ellie. It's spelled like ally with an E. But we'll just say Ellie.
Look, reinforcements.
Or L-I.
Try to stay
Maybe
calm.
even Eli. Huh.
What should we do?
Just stay down.
Commander, more Cerberus troops are heading your way. If you can hold the line there, it'll give the civilians time to escape.
You heard him. We hold here.
Please help us.
I will.
Lock it down, folks. Okay. I was hoping I would have about a second or so more. I saw y'all coming in from the map. Uh-oh. That'll get me killed. Thanks, folks.
Hurry, get to the landing pad.
Not. Oh, God. Hate doing it this way.
Understood.
Yeah.
We're going to die here.
Not before I get mine off. Thank you. I know. Life's a bitch and then you die. Hey there. Uh-oh. Woo. Yeah. All right. Oh, you're doing that, huh? You will not be setting another turret. Oh. Well, bad positioning for you there, guy. You managed to dodge that. Impressive. Ho hum. I hate that sticky feeling. Oh, this is what you want, huh? What was that? But that wasn't a turret. And yep, we have to do this all over again.
What should we do?
Just stay down.
Commander, more Cerberus troops are heading your way. If you can hold the line there, it'll give the civilians time to escape.
You heard him. We hold here.
Let's get out of here.
Hurry, get to the landing.
I'm scared.
Uh-oh. I was still close enough to catch that with my shields. Huh. Oh, wow. Gotcha. Oh, God. Fine. Okay, folks, if that's where y'all want to place yourselves, I wouldn't. Not with that turret out there. hold that for me. Thank you. So generous. So courteous. Don't know what we do without Cerberus forces. What? Okay, I'm like, where? Oh god. Alright. Don't remember this taking this long. Gotcha.
You're clear. Go. Yes, Shepard.
Yes, they are gonna make it.
Detected in the immediate area, Commander. Reinforcements are moving in to secure the evac route.
Good work, everyone.
I'll pick you up at the LZ, Commander.
Okay, don't mess with me. Let me get everything, dude. I cannot for the life of me remember where this was at. I want to say it was just smack on the ground, honestly. Like I don't believe you'll find it on like a Cerberus corpse or something. Well, that's something I almost missed. There we go. At least that, but still not what I'm looking for. Memory serves, I left a couple med kits. Excuse me. Only reason why I'm avoiding the exit area is because once you go over there, it automatically starts the leaving process. But I couldn't remember if they changed it in the remaster. It's looking like no. I may have been lucky enough to already find it, but I doubt it. I don't remember hitting A on anything inadvertently. Just randomly in my attention. It's not the kind of game I do that with. Okay. I have to figure it out. Let me see. That was the med kit in there. Isn't there one here? No. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. In here, I believe there's one. Oh no, that was the area I was just in. Again, getting these med packs gives med packs, not med packs, gives you a. I want to say money, but primarily, bad way to go. Primarily, XP. Yeah, I'll just have to buy it. That irritates. But so be it. Right. Get over here. Come here. Oh no, you actually have to select the button. So, yeah. It wouldn't just leave automatically, luckily.
We're getting reports of continuing strikes against other cities on Benning.
Cerberus still denying responsibility?
Yes, and for once we're inclined to believe them. Gunning down innocent humans isn't their usual MO. Either way, the civilians down there have a chance now. We're solidifying a foothold and getting people out, then we'll move to liberating the rest of the planet.
I hope we can say the same for Earth.
One day, Commander. For now, we've got our work cut out for us. Carry on.
That one's kind of hard to say, to be honest. Excuse me. Arcturus 1st Division. The Arcturus 1st Division is a volunteer army of civilians, paramilitary forces, and reserve soldiers who have banded together to stop the Reaper occupation of the planet Benning. To avoid detection by Reaper forces, its members operate in cells, never staying in one place long. A handful of Alliance officers are coordinating the 1st Division, sharing intel and sending supplies to the resistance soldiers. A few Alliance squadrons have been spared to support Benning's makeshift army with trained soldiers. Good. That means they can also help to train some of those soldiers, reinforce their skills. Each one teach one.
So, Reapers don't have colonies. You can't bomb them, or you're bombing what's left of your own planet.
Yep.
They make their own soldiers out of our civilians. They don't have supply lines. How do
Yep.
you beat something like that?
I'll let you know if I think of something.
And there it is. That's the problem the galaxy's facing.
Commander, Chief Engineer Adams would like to speak with you down in engineering.
I was kind of worried about that, how that was going to go.
Commander?
My project, Liara to Sony. I've been working on something I'd like to show you. Can we meet in your quarters when you have a moment? Liara. I remember this. Interesting. That went on a little longer than intended, but we'll stick around for a
Edie
bit.
doesn't pilot the Normandy. She is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before Edie even existed.
Engineer Donnelly is correct. The Normandy SR-2 was completely spaceworthy prior to my installation.
See, Edie agrees with me.
Edie's mind and the Normandy are a whole entity now. You couldn't just move the processors in the AI core to another ship.
Engineer Adams is correct. Processes that contribute to my self-awareness are spread throughout the ship.
See? Edie agrees with me.
But unlike Edie, our brains couldn't have existed without our bodies.
That is a requisite from being organic. You have to look beyond that limited definition of life.
Joker pilots the Normandy. He doesn't take over Edie's body when he does that. When Edie controls the ship, she's piloting, just like Joker.
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy.
To an extent, they're both right. The thing is, she wasn't the Normandy, but as she said, certain functions require awareness of the Normandy. It wouldn't make sense for her to be anywhere else. To an extent, you are right. She pilots the Normandy, and she isn't the Normandy. But when Joker released her shackles, she effectively began to become the Normandy. So
She is the Normandy.
No.
Edie can direct the Normandy with her thoughts. She sees, hears, and feels through the ship's sensor arrays. The Normandy is her body.
I've seen Edie's body, and its curves are a fine sight better than the Normandy's hull.
So what do you think, Edie?
Are we more than our thoughts?
I'm done. Any more of this and my head's gonna explode.
that's philosophy. Don't.
You should go see Adams, Commander.
Commander, remember the problem I mentioned? About a core overload possibly venting into the engineering compartment? Donnelly, Edie, and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
You see, the venting occurs when IES sinks are in a back cycle. At the same moment, the main core is at peak draw, such as from sustained kinetic.
What Engineer Donnelly means to say is that we're confident we can make the system safer. We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
Are these modifications really necessary?
It's a safety issue, not exactly critical. Under extreme conditions, like heavy bombardment to the kinetic barriers while traveling at peak flight speeds, plasma can vent into this compartment.
It would vaporize anyone standing in this room.
That sounds more serious than just a safety issue.
Well, under those conditions, odds are you're about to lose the entire ship anyway. But we should take every advantage we can get.
Granted, but literally, as you said, under those conditions, you're about to lose the ship anyway. You literally just described maximum speed and taking constant bombardment from kinetic weapons or kinetic impact. Sounds like we're either running away or running to something, which means we probably don't need our engineering section boiling our engineers.
I'll look for one next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander. Commander.
Those FBA couplings you got us are still holding up?
Yes, sir. Good. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Hold up.
It seems you believed Protheans built the mass relays. The Reapers are cunning in their deception, allowing life to flourish, century upon century, letting us believe ourselves the masters of the cosmos. Then the truth becomes known. There are monsters in the dark spaces, and we are their prey.
Yeah, nothing like finding out you're nothing but a greasy burger. On your ass into some galactic tyrant's plate.
Your Liara Asari asks many questions. You'd think she's never seen a Prothean before.
I'll assume that's a joke because she's never seen a Prothean before.
Commander.
Since he had something to say, ours might. Excuse me, they all might. Jesus, I wasn't expecting it. Not yet. And just like that, nothing. 22 G's. Go ahead and upgrade that SMG.
Hey.
Yeah.
Can't believe Cerberus would open fire on civilians like that.
I
As
can,
twisted and
but
insane as his logic might be, I thought the elusive man was trying to save humanity.
that's the confusing part.
Guess he's willing to sacrifice anyone to win.
I don't know. This whole thing, especially since Cerberus is still denying it, it has always been confusing to me. Why wouldn't you lie to keep people from coming at you if your desire is to recruit? But at the same time, like, we have witnesses down there. We have footage. I put holes through quite a few of y'all. It's like, you're still saying no. On the one hand, it does give people time to... People busy thinking, people busy talking are not busy fighting. So, it gives you time to distract. But beyond that, like, it doesn't make any sense what you're doing. There may be a splinter faction.
Everything okay, Shepard?
I doubt it, but there may be a splinter faction. Oh wait, hold on. Sentry interface, capacitor helmet, right? The shield regen helmet. I used to wear that in Mass Effect 2. I'm good. I actually want to keep that health increase. 10%. Yes, sir. Alright. Liara might have some. Oh, wait. She does. Since we messed with Arcturus Station, we actually picked up something to fabricate from her system.
Say that again?
The population of the colony world of Tyvor has been killed.
I don't understand. The Reapers have been taking people alive.
It was self-inflicted. When Reaper forces invaded, Tyvor's colonists detonated nuclear weapons inside their cities.
Goddess.
Their deaths would have been instantaneous, Doctor.
Thank you, Glyph. That'll be all.
Doesn't make it any less horrible, Glyph. Not your fault you don't have that perspective, but it doesn't make it any less horrible. Intel from Battle of Arcturus. Telemetry captured from Arcturus Station shows just how quickly Reapers poured in from the relay and tore through Alliance fleets. VIs can analyze hostile fire and the data collected to increase weapon damage. They can also spend processing power looking for ways to improve shielding against Reaper weapons. Weapon damage or shields? Let's... I don't know if it ups my squad's shields. Let's go for shields. Don't know if it upgrades the squad, but we'll see. Maybe.
Working on anything?
I'm helping decode some of the Crucible's designs, or trying to. Theoretical particle physics based on specialized base 12 mathematics aren't exactly my specialty. And Javik is his usual forthcoming self. I'd trade my last 100 years to resurrect even one Prothean scientist to help us.
I can respect
I
that.
had something I wanted to show you, Shepard. Could we meet in your cabin when you have a moment?
Yeah. But then you be 9. So remember, she's only 109. But I can understand it. Yeah, they're gone. Oh, ain't nobody gonna be in here for a bit. I already know. It is what it is. Uh-oh. Okay. We know the chief is down in engineering. I'm just kind of surprised that I guess Morton's still in there with Eve, so it is what it is. Oh.
Doctor, I'd like to hear the song.
Again? Trying to calculate amino acid decay rates.
You said you would once the tests were done.
Oh, better to die to a thresher maw with shotgun blasting roaring rather than to play ambassadorial games with the blood of Shiagar in her veins. Off to fights in Sturian's can't, with diplomats instead of a Krant, but she'll be true to Tuchanka's dream and live and die a Krogan queen. For she is the Krogan queen, hurrah, hurrah for the Krogan queen, and it is a glorious thing to be the Krogan queen. Still prefer patter songs.
Of course. I really had to twist your arm.
Yeah. We like what we like. Good to know though. She likes his voice. That's cool.
Shepard, Eve ready for travel to Tuchanka.
What can you tell me about the Shroud?
Climate regulator. Counteracts radiation damage to Tuchanka's atmosphere from nuclear war. Particles emitted from main tower form layer that mitigates ultraviolet bombardment, prevents atmospheric escape of necessary elements.
Impressive. Honestly. It's how you kind of sort of keep a planet from unterraforming itself. Jesus. Huh.
And your people put it up?
Yes, when uplift process began. Demonstration of goodwill to Krogan, stabilize climate, impress population. Combined with technological gifts, easy to gain Krogan support against Rachni.
Yeah, understandable. Understandable.
Nice talking with you, Morton.
We'll be here if you need me. Continuing to study Shroud in meantime.
Yeah. She has nothing new to say, unfortunately. But it's kind of what I expect, so it is what it is. Garrus. Really kind of hoping y'all don't have anything else to say. I wasn't expecting any conversation when I came back on board. I really wasn't.
Not right now.
Yes, sir. Not a problem. I will catch you later. There's less I have to do now. Only thing I need to concern myself with other than Liara is Joker and Edie. Probably do that and get it out the way. Probably should have waited since I was going to be on this deck to leave anyway, so it is what it is. But I'm here now, so.
The Turians will hold. Pound for pound, they're the best fighting force in the galaxy.
Pound for pound is irrelevant, given the significantly higher mass of Reaper forces overall.
That's why we're bringing in the Krogan.
Yes, sir.
Commander.
Shepard, you are staring.
Is that what I'm doing?
Hello, Shepard.
I just had a question, but all right. Statement noted. Don't ask me questions. I feel like you're ogling. Or don't choose a body that you want to be paid attention to. To be honest, I'm surprised she hasn't thought about potentially modifying that thing. Well, she might have, just hadn't said anything, but it does make you wonder if she plans to modify it. And then you say, I'm staring, which one of us is butt-ass naked on the bridge? It ain't me. In my jacket. Okay. Where will I set myself before I speak to Liara? Oh, wait. I actually need to go back to the Citadel for a few things. Crap. So yeah, I'll speak to Liara and then we'll hit the Citadel. Want to do that now before things get problematic.
Liara, you had something you wanted to discuss in my cabin?
Yes, I'll be right up.
Come on in.
Thank you. Could we sit? I've been thinking about the knowledge we gathered on the Reapers, and how easily it could be lost again. So, I put a plan in motion to preserve things for the future.
What's this?
A record of the galaxy. Information on the Reapers, relays, different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But there's one entry I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own. I'd be honored to have your input. How would you like history to remember you?
No. You're obviously a professional in the archaeology field, but setting aside Prothean tech, you sure this thing will stick around? It's a little on the small and potentially easily crunchable side. I wonder if black boxes they still exist in the Mass Effect universe. Maybe that's what this is supposed to be.
50,000 years is a long time for a computer to sit around.
Please, I was an archaeologist. I know what I'm doing. I'm encasing these records in time capsules and seeding copies on multiple planets. And while it's not foolproof, the VI I'm installing has every translation and linguistics program I could find.
So it's an information guide like Vigil on Ilos?
Yes, I've been preparing it for some time.
And it will be a privilege to guide the future discoverers of these records. Have you decided what you would like Dr. Tassoni to write in your entry, Commander?
That's pretty cool. If you're doing this, then you'll have to also seed these on planets that the Reapers have already taken. Unfortunately, that may mean others may be found. People may be found. Well, doing the hiding. But at the end of the day, it's a good idea. But, I mean, let's keep it real. You know me well enough. I figured you'll probably be the best one to make this description for it. I could speak about myself, but it gives too much of a sense of bias.
You know me well enough to fill in the blanks, Liara.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'd like it to be your call.
I'll start by saying Commander Shepard was born on Earth and fought harder than anyone else for his homeworld. Shepard was an extremely talented biotic and one of the most powerful fighters in the Alliance. He was a soldier and a leader, one who made peace where he could. And it was a privilege to know him.
Careful, this doesn't sound like a diary.
I can't help myself. You're a good friend, Shepard.
Smack, smack, smack.
You've been there for me too, Liara.
No, I haven't. I wish I could have joined you back on Ilium.
You made up for it.
Well, I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
I know that's right. Simple. Sweet and effective. All right. Back to the grindstone. I need to determine when I'm going to be doing those DLCs.
Do you need ground transport?
They won't be immediate. I can tell you that right now.
I need to get to the refugee camp.
Yes, Commander.
But they will be soon. Garrus. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. Nothing is coming to memory.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select. One moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Okay. Oh boy.
What can I do for you today? Such a nice young woman. You remind me of someone. Well, I'm looking for my son. He's a soldier, you know.
I know. Please, Teresa, are you sure you don't remember me?
Calling me by my first name is very forward of you, young lady. I'd rather you didn't do that.
I'm so sorry. I must have confused you with someone else.
Oh, no worries, dear. Now, perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for my son. He's a soldier. He's been gone for a long while now.
Oh man. And then what's so bad is now it's gonna start wearing on her mind, and then it's gonna start being, do I know you? Did I remember? That's the way stuff like that always works. You start questioning your own sanity, unfortunately. Did I see what I thought I saw? Her son is obviously either dead or going through so much that she sort of snapped. And there we go. Information on Bilal Asoba. This is what I was trying to find on Benning, but I could not find where it was. Alliance soldier Bilal Asoba, the son of Ambassador Dominic Asoba. Oh, wow, that's the ambassador. The ambassador for the Citadel. Huh. That's crazy. Son of Ambassador Dominic Asoba is missing in action on Benning and presumed dead. Civilians engaged in black market trades with occupying Cerberus troops have been able to procure the dog tags of fallen Alliance soldiers, and obtaining proof of Bilal's death would ease his father's mind. To maintain deniability of black market trafficking, the dog tags should be presented as though the Spectre previously personally retrieved them from Bilal Asoba's body. You are supposed to be able to. You won't see his body, but you are supposed to be able to find the dog tags. It's like they're just sitting there, like as a clickable. It's weird. Very weird, especially when you consider the fact that all across Mass Effect 3 there's corpses everywhere. But considering that his squad came back, it's hard to say how much time has passed. That might not be an image that they want to show. I mean, people chunks, sure, but not decaying flesh, I guess.
But what I need is proof. Have you found my son?
I found your son's body in the slums on Benning. He sacrificed himself to save his squad.
I see. Their guilt made them avoid me. They should feel honored by his sacrifice. I know that I do. Thank you, my friend.
No problem. And I can respect their issue. As much as they may be proud that he sacrificed themselves, they may have hated the fact that they needed to be sacrificed for.
Stuck here. I hate this guard duties.
I know I would. It would irk me to the bone.
I hate everything right now.
Nothing to do about it. We each stand duty in our own ways.
At least your wife and the kids went on that trip you mentioned a while back. Where was it again?
They canceled the trip. Donated the funds to some charity when Earth was hit. And then...
Paladin.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Respect on him for donating those funds to Earth, though, honestly. For real, for real. And then Paladin got hit, and it was, wow.
Don't mean to interrupt you, but I found these schematics. They're pretty old, but maybe they could help you?
Oh. Those really are old, but solid. We could totally convert our current systems to this. Thanks.
That's the power grid schematics we found on Tuchanka for the orbital cannon.
I'm almost done with the system upgrade. Yeah, I know. It's gonna be amazing. Hey, could we maybe give a portion of our profits to a Krogan charity? I mean, it's old, but we are using their tech, right?
Good on you, honestly. Good on you. James? Why is James here?
Everyone have a drink? Yeah?
Raise a glass, boys. Bilal Osoba. Only on account of him do I still draw breath.
Bilal Osoba, one brave son of a bitch.
Well, there we go. Here's the squad. Respect on him. And yeah, that's what it is. He sacrificed for him and he feels like it's his fault.
The dancers. I want dancers.
Well, the dance floor is over there.
Not dancers, dumbass. Dancers. I'm here for snow leave, not the Viennese wall.
I don't.
She trying to get it in.
Oh, come on. If there's an ash sticking somewhere in this station, you guys know where it is.
She trying to get it in hard. Being a soldier, I don't blame it. Keep it being. She trying to forget her troubles.
When we get back to Earth, I'm buying.
And she need to find herself a zaddy to do it. And it's cold, but she is just Buzz Killington for him right now. Not to mention, you notice she's high energy. He might not be high energy. He might just want to come out here, cut his brain off, and kick it. I don't blame it.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
No real need for Huerta Memorial. Interesting. Caden ain't there either. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. One moment, please.
Presidium Commons tends to have a few things to knock out at once.
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
As it does now. Nothing about you two's career anymore? Cool.
I rescued those soldiers from Reaper territory.
Excellent work. The Shadow Broker has authorized me to offer you a finder's fee for his guard's safety. And now that our business is concluded, I have to tend to some other engagements. Goodbye, Commander. And may I say, good luck.
You too, Barlavon. Good luck to you and the rest of the galaxy, man.
Welcome to Elgar's Combine Arsenal Supplies.
Geothermal conduit.
Thank you. Come again.
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
Thank you for shopping at Kanala Exports.
It's about time I stack up my money and get my fish.
I guess it doesn't matter how I do it. I just need to tell him about us.
Us?
You and me.
He doesn't need to know that. Wouldn't it be better for him to just know that you've grown apart?
I thought I was supposed to be honest with him.
You are. But you're just being tactful, not rubbing it in.
Somebody's trying to hide something. And there's that bullshit sniffer going crazy.
So, yeah. My dad was a Krogan.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
So, that makes you a quarter Krogan.
That's not how it works.
I'm 1,000 years old. I've had kids with Hanar. Don't tell me how Asari reproduction works.
Wait, I have a half-sister who's part Hanar.
I thought that wasn't how it worked. Headbutt something. It's genetic.
I have never wanted to headbutt anything.
Really? Like a little bit? Come on.
I do not headbutt people.
Alright, fine. Don't go all blood rage on me.
Or what? You'll tell the other matriarchs to order a hit.
Hey, that's not gonna happen.
It's obvious she was teasing you with the blood rage comment, girl. You've been an information broker too long.
More than a century.
You loved her?
Of course I loved her. She was so smart. Always thinking. Nice, too. Hell of a lot nicer than I am. Damn, that rack. I mean, even before she hit the matriarch stage.
Yes, sir.
You don't need to tell me everything.
Say that's your mama, not mine.
Nezzy was the only one who ever listened to me when I said the Asari were stuck in the past. Only difference was I wanted us to stand on our own. She wanted alliances with the other species.
Is that why?
Why it ended? Nah. Well, maybe. I don't know. Mostly it ended because she wanted to solve things a smart way. I wanted to fight.
Those aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah. I hear you've racked up quite a body count. But then, you are a quarter crow.
Now you're doing it on purpose.
Yes, she is. And I'm enjoying it.
It was pretty clear she was leaving. Can't be the wise counselor when you're married.
Yep.
Why not?
Sex appeal. No species only pay attention if they want to have sex with you. So, you have to be available.
Partly true.
Serious?
What? That's not true. Shepard listens to me.
I've seen the way you look at each other. Surprised your panties haven't caught fire.
Do you have to make it sound so tawdry?
If it's all civilized, you're not doing it right.
Well said, Matriarch Athena. Give me time. I'll set them hoes ablaze. Nothing else?
I made her promise to let you go your own way, though. No matter what she wanted.
Really?
I knew you'd be special, kid. Any daughter of hers. I told her, you're treating her like a baby bird, Nezzy. She's gonna raise one hell of a storm with those little wings.
Little wing?
You okay?
Yes. Thanks.
And now you know where you got your nickname.
Better to remember her like this than as whatever she turned into with that Saren bastard.
It wasn't her fault. She was trying to stop Saren, guide him as a force of good. But she was indoctrinated.
Look, I heard stories about the Reapers messing with her head.
They're more than stories. I've seen it. Every Cerberus soldier is a Reaper slave. She fought it with every fiber of her being. She even broke free and helped Shepard on Noveria before she died. I was there. She said I'd made her proud.
All this time, I blame Nezzy for it. 1,000 years old and I still don't know crap. Thanks for telling me.
I say you know more than you think. You were willing to accept the fact that the information you had was wrong, and you were willing to adapt. You know what needs to happen.
Okay, kid?
I will, Dad.
Hey. I've called a few friends. Commandos. Eclipse girls who owe me some favors. They're all yours. Just tell them where to go.
You're giving me Asari commandos?
Well, you're too old for me to buy you a damn pony.
You're the best father a girl could wish for.
Interestingly enough, hold on, let me be sure about this. Is anything?
Can't blame the matriarchs.
Okay, we've already heard that one.
I I am
So
not
they're
my
looping.
mother.
Incidentally, now we do have Asari commandos we can pull from. That conversation legit just had an effect.
Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
Where are you?
Proceeds from all purchases go to help our men and women serving in the Alliance.
Right.
Thank you for shopping at Casa Fabrication Weaponry. Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
Unless you have my Casa Fabrication locus, I don't want to hear it.
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods.
Well, folks, it's time for us to have ourselves a painful conversation.
Shopping at Nosastra Sporting Goods.
My husband's away on duty right now.
Oh, you're bonded with...
This is Araba,
No,
the
actually.
woman who lost the Krogan on the scouting mission.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. You need to hear this.
Oh, Blue Rose of Ilium, if these humble words reach you, then I have joined my ancestors.
No.
My dream was to be by your side, a weed beside your beauty, twining together in the warm Tachanka sun.
Oh, Char.
But if my last days must be with Krant, instead of kindness, still I will remember the perfume of your scent and the soft touch of your petals. Let my broken bones build a wall around your garden, so you and the flower we planted together can grow safe and strong.
Thank you. I need to go.
No problem. Yeah.
Welcome to Cyprotine Armory.
Uh-oh, hold up. Not yet.
Thank you for shopping at Cyprotine Armory.
Where in God's name are you?
Thank you for shopping at CR.
Oh, okay, I know where it's at. Or, hold on, am I tripping? Was it just that, and I'm mixing missions up? Yes, I am. So I do have the thermal pipe, and I am mixing up missions. Mixing it up with this here. Whoa. Hold up. Or was that later? I think that might be later.
One of the universities is supposed to send in more residents to help with all the new refugees.
Yeah, they've been promising
Well, we're luckier than most other hospitals.
That was weird.
At least our budget cuts are minimal.
Shit, don't remind me. My old job had the emergency ward night staff cut to half before I left.
Oh, let me guess. You don't process as many patients as the day shift. I've got the numbers to prove it.
Typical administrator who has no clue what's going on in the ward.
Huh? To an extent, it is a typical administrator, but are they wrong at all? Problem with people who do the numbers is a lot of the times they focus on the numbers only, not the actual other details. And to an extent, they're not exactly paid to focus on those other details, but
Destination. 1 moment, please.
there needs to be a little bit more attentiveness.
Now arriving at Docking Bay E24, emergency civilian housing.
With that being said, I mean, did you at least, like obviously it's administration, so you can't exactly complain, but did you at least make it a point to let them know what was happening in the wards? Oh boy, take that. Assault rifle piercing mod, yes sir. All right. And all right. I thought y'all were done when I passed you. I guess not. Oh. Yeah, guess that's it.
Commander Shepard. Please, one moment, please.
Old Blue Rose of Ilium.
At docking bay D-24.
I'll give it to him. That was actually a pretty good nickname for her. It is too bad how they went, but that actually is a pretty good nickname for her.
I'm sorry, honey. I didn't want you to worry. Chances are, I'll never even need to put on armor.
I know, and I'm sorry. That's what you get for marrying a civilian.
Are you and the girls going to be okay? Combat pay isn't as much as I make at the dig site.
We'll be fine. The last thing I want you to worry about is paying the bills.
Just don't go too crazy with new dance classes, okay?
I was in the drop those. Can't get the girls there on time, and I was probably gonna go pick up an extra shift at work.
Oh. Well, we'll make it up to the girls when I get back. Dance classes, biotic gymnastics, whatever they want.
Biotic gymnastics? That's probably cool as hell. Huh. Alright. Like legit, that's probably cool as hell.
Commander?
Oh, that was a lot more running around than I expected. Once we had finished that mission. Otherwise, I kind of would have done some of that beforehand. Haven't been into Huerta Memorial to get my med kit upgrade. That's alright, I'll deal with that later. Pistol piercing. Wasn't there a sniper rifle piercing somewhere around? Assault rifle, ultralight materials. Let me see. Armor piercing and stability, right. The stability of the Cerberus Harrier is not as good as you would like. It really ain't. Yeah, SMG armor penetration. That's probably what I'm going to get. Alliance requisitions. Nope, Egor munitions. That's what it is. Okay. Cyprotine armory. High velocity barrel. See, like here's another mod, right? The high velocity barrel gives you extra damage, but it also allows for armor penetration by 50% or by 50. Perfect for NPCs, but not so much for yourself. There it is. Yeah, I do have it. I'm not overly worried about getting it since Garrus carries armor piercing ammo as his skill. So what I'll do, where are you? SMG, high velocity barrel. Armor pen for the SMG. Sure. And then we'll go from there. Broke is a joke. But we'll be back in fighting shape come next episode's the end of the next episode's missions. But that right there is going to be the end of episode 11 of Mass Effect 3's Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X, folks. If y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, just give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my Discord and YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and God bless you. Come to the next episode, we shouldn't have any talking, so once again, it should just be a straight combat run. So I'll catch you folks in the next one.